Hi friends, MD Vegan. It's time for a beet juice again. Beet is one of my favorite vegetables, produce in general, to create new flavors. This is a beautiful large beet. It is crunchy and fresh. That's best to make beet juice because if they're a little bit dry and old and soft, the beet juice gets a little bit more tart and a little bit more creamy. But you can use it still, it's okay. For juicing, you can all kinds of produce. It's a good part of the juicing. You can almost everything you can juice. When they are fresh and crunchy, they get a beautiful light beet juice. But juicing by themselves, as is a little bit difficult because they have a lot of oxalates. That is a salt, a substance that turns into an insoluble salt. And that can cause kidney stones or gallbladder stones, and it's not very nice. And there are other things about the oxalates. They are famous in nutritional science, but if you are healthy, there's no problem. If you have a whole food plant-based diet, there is no problem. You shouldn't overdo. But in the beet is not so many. Spinach is the highest. It's a huge amount. Nothing comes close to spinach. Even that you can eat it super healthy once a week or twice a week. So the beet juice has to be combined with, in my view, with sweet and sour fruit, and then it turns out to be super delicious. The beet flavor is an earth flavor. It's dense and deep and heavy, I would say, trying to characterize a little bit how I feel about it. And it has a lot of sugar. Beet is full of sugar, full of energy, but it doesn't taste like sugar when you drink it as is. But when you put the sweet and sour fruit to it, wow, this sugar seems to come out and turn into the most amazing flavors. It's so funny. So the easiest beet juice I made was with a pear. That was a very, very nice beet juice. I did some with that. Pear and beet is a perfect example. It takes away that oxalate scratching in the throat immediately, and you add a little bit of lemon, it's perfect. So that is the easiest beet juice to me. Or maybe an orange also does the job. But beet is nice with pear. And I made this juice before. I have sage, I show you in a moment. But this time different is I add oranges and apples to it. So I have apples, oranges, and pears here, 2 cups each. To have a little bit more balanced flavor, beets and pears have a very characteristic flavor. The pear flavor is very nice with the beet, and it comes through. You taste it; it's delicious, but it has a characteristic flavor. And the balance with the orange and the apple and the pear, these 3 in itself are a fantastic juice. You gotta try that. I never seen it anywhere in the shops. It doesn't seem to exist. But you gotta try it. Really, it's so delicious. Apples, pears, and beets. Apple, pear, and oranges. They have such a nice balance, and they are so common in our culture. So I tried this today. The beet balanced with the apple and the pear and the orange juice. And I added sage. Sage here is a green herb from the Mediterranean. It's in the part of the mint family. All these, basil, mint, thyme, oregano, sage, there are others. They have all their benefits, special benefits from have been cultivated for thousands of years. I'll show you again. They have large and thick leaves and thick stems too. I juice everything. It's half a bunch or so. And they are used, I know them as the Greek herb for the mountains. They have huge amounts of sage, and it grows wild, You can really have an easy growing sage, and it's also in the winter you can still keep it. These plants are very robust, and they use it to make a wonderful tea for the sore throat and for colds and for the teeth. All these herbs have their benefits, and this is the classical herb for having a cold. Powerful flavor, a mountain herb, and today I will do it together with a beet. And I know these kind of flavors like rosemary, also another one, or thyme or sage. So they are very nice with this sweet. They are a little bit harsh, tart, or I would say bitter. There are a lot of bitter tones in these herbs, powerful. And together with the beet, the sweetness of the beet when it comes out, so delicious, really nice contrast. Really, so I will do it today also. Sage, beet juice, and I add oftentimes I add to my juices lemon and ginger. I have a nice lemon here, one lemon, and 3 or 4 inches of ginger. You know, lemon is a little bit, you can easily take too much, and when the juice is too sour, it breaks it all up. It's not nice. The ginger is different. When you have ginger, you add more. At some point, it also turns too hot, too bitter. But it's much as you like. 3 or 4 inches of ginger root is okay. It's one of the healthiest plants we have, as on the list of these 4 or 5 healthiest plants to eat. It's part of that. Tubers. Ginger is one of these. Very nice. Beans, others, green herbs. There are so many on that list. One thing, I have some lemon peel here, just a little bit. The yellow part of the peel is the healthiest part of the lemon, and that is always all the citrus fruit have this. And sometimes I can use a little bit, but when you have very strong flavors in the recipe with a lot of bitter parts like this, the sage today, it might be too much. I'll check it out. I come back in a second to show you the juice. This is my juice now, the sage beet juice, and I added a little bit of lemon peel. I didn't taste it yet. I just tried. So it's a quarter of a lemon peel or so. From one lemon, the quarter of the peel, maybe a third. And the juice is very nice. So the color is beautiful. I have a little bit more in the container of the juicer, so it's a little bit more than a liter, 0.1 or so. And well, now I'm going to taste it, right? Let's see. Wow. Wow. The sage is present, very present. Let me show you the juice. Very nice flavor. Sage has a powerful flavor, and it is like a metal a little bit. But together with the beet, the sweetness of the beet and the fruit that open it up, it tastes fantastic. Well, I like these juices also so much because I can test all these, especially these herbs, and you can use them sparingly in a recipe when you cook something like a soup or a salad. You don't put too many of the herbs in because they have a powerful flavor. The juice, you can take a lot. There are powerful nutrients in the juice, and the fiber is not in the juice. The fiber is what keeps the digestion working. That is one of the healthiest parts of the food when you're on a regular diet. Eating every day should be a whole food plant-based diet should be the standard, the default for eating for humans. But on a fasting day like today, when I fast, when I make juices to make it delightful, I take the fiber out to pause my digestion too. So fasting is usually, reducing calories over time for a day or so, or they say you need to do it longer to be really effective. But I do it every week, one day, and then forever, every week, basically. But science has no, I don't think they have data for when doing it for 10 years or so. They don't have these studies yet. But there are a lot of studies now in the last 2-3 years, a lot of studies about fasting that is fantastic results. Fasting is very important. but for the health benefits of fasting, anti-aging, and so it's recommended to use a doctor, they say, because even 1 day fasting can be detrimental to health and you don't even notice. Right? I know when I drink a lot of water and other liquids on a fasting day, it's good because the toxins that are released from the body, from the fat and so the residues, they get washed out. They come into the bloodstream. If you don't drink enough, they can damage the liver or the kidneys. They're very much with excretion. So that is a problem, and so drinking a lot is important, and oversight by a medical professional is also very helpful. You feel healthy, and you feel really grounded. A day of fasting is no problem, you drink enough, I would say, but make sure and see a doctor. When you have medication, randomly can be, the dosage can change automatically when you just fast and don't have enough calories. All of a sudden you have much more than doctors subscribed, ordered you to take. So that is a little bit of a problem. So when you do fasting and have a medication, a regular medication, maybe you should see your doctor and ask him if you can fast and what that means for your medication, for the dosage. So these kind of things sideways. But in general, taking the fiber away and reducing what cannot be digested by the body itself, gives a boost to the nutrients in the juice. The flavors are more intense. It gets right into the bloodstream without digestion. So the very strong effect with these juices, they're concentrated energy. And that makes it also nice. You can taste on a fasting day especially, you can taste more intensely, more deeply. The senses are heightened by the additional energy that is not needed for the digestion. It needs 10% or so from the food. The energy goes into digestion. It needs a lot of energy. The fasting, there is no digestion basically. The fiber is out, and they have this energy extra for the senses, for example, for the cleansing, and that makes it, of course, an experience, a fantastic experience to taste these things, juices here. That's why I like them so much. Also on fasting, they can experiment. They can get to know these herbs. The sage, recently I did the rosemary, or the thyme, or basil, or the parsley. You can get to know these herbs and how they play together with other ingredients, other herbs in a juice, and then of course use that knowledge in other recipes. The fasting days are very nice to me. I like them a lot. I do it gently, call it gentle juice fasting, from living in the flow, non-violent lifestyle, vegan of course, plant-based, not harming the animals, reducing the impact on the environment, reducing the footprint, the ecological footprint. All these benefits come, and it's for the health also. The healthiest diet is a vegan diet. Not all vegan diets are healthy, of course, don't get me wrong, but the healthiest diet definitely vegan, for sure. Science shows that now. And it's for everybody. Everybody can be vegan. And there's not a single example showing, really scientifically proven, that somebody needs to eat not plant-based products for their health. It's not necessary, so everybody can do it, can avoid the harm to our friends, the animals, and the environment and your own health. That said, this juice now, I will drink it slowly, sip by sip, and enjoy the flavors and the effects of the body. There's a lot of sugar in there, so drink it slowly is important, because without the fiber, the juices, without digestion, go right into the bloodstream. The nutrients, the sugar, all that goes in there and can cause sugar spikes. And that can cause a little bit disturbance to the system. It's not recommended. So drinking slowly is important. Like eating on a regular day, when I eat my food, I also eat it slowly. And the digestion begins in the mouth. Chewing is important to get the enzymes already beginning to transform the food, to make it more usable for the body and so absorbable. It begins in the mouth already, and the chewing, and then that is with the juices basically the same. Drink it slowly, sip by sip, feel it in the mouth, flavor it, enjoy. It's also a moment to return, to make the U-turn inside, to be more sensitive what happens inside. The body cleanses, the body uses anti-aging technologies, because the recent science study shows that when we eat every day, every single day we eat in the Western culture usually, you don't have to fast anymore because food is available everywhere in the Western industrial cultures usually, supermarket and so. So eat every day. The body produces, the cells of the body producing protein all the time. That's their big job. The cells have to produce protein to survive. And when it happens, when they produce it, there's always a certain amount of wrong folded proteins, they call it, proteins that don't work anymore, garbage, basically. They produce a little bit of garbage all the time. It's normal. And then they store it, the cells store it somewhere, at some place, at a garbage heap, and that causes aging. And usually earlier, before the industrialization, we always had food shortages, in winter especially, and so forth. Fasting was a normal part of life. It's no more. But when you fast, the body has too little energy and begins to throw out the garbage. It consumes the garbage and throws it out. And that is anti-aging. When you have garbage everywhere in the cells, then that is aging. That makes you sick the older you get. And the more garbage is there, the less this process takes place. So it's a circle, vicious circle. So fasting is very important as a cultural technique. There are also foods that you can eat when you don't want to fast because the doctor says you shouldn't, or something you don't feel like fasting, yeah, okay. But there are certain foods that also have the same effect. They begin to eat these garbage piles. Like coffee drinking, for example, does that. It's fantastic, right? People drink a lot of coffee and that they cleanse the cells. That do. So the science is fantastic about that. I'm not talking about that more, but you can have foods like beans and legumes, dark leafy greens. All these contribute, blueberries or so, berries. They contribute also to the anti-aging process. Yeah, all the good foods I always eat. But on fasting day, of course, this is the center of the story, that the garbage and the cells, the detoxification takes place, the body feels younger, and it can be a little bit painful if you do it too much. In that case, if it's too much, I just eat a little bit. I have a little salad or light soup or smoothie with a little bit of fiber, and the fasting slows down. That's always important to feel great. That's the most important thing, to feel great every day. As a yoga practitioner, I know that, of course, that's part of my discipline, to feel happy. That's the main goal, feeling happy in every single moment. It's our true self. We believe that is our true self, to be happy, because that is only what is eternal, what is ongoing. That what makes us beings, conscious beings, pure consciousness. That is basically pure happiness in a very abstract way. But okay, let's not go too deep into that now. Anyway, I recommend highly to do the Gentle Juice Fasting. If you want to go see Facebook, there is a Facebook page called Tree Yoga Moon Fasting. You can see the juices I make, other beverages for fasting, moon calendar for the best fasting days. All this is not so important. But can you watch and be part of that? You're very welcome. Otherwise, subscribe to my YouTube channel, MD Vegan. They get a new recipe every single day. Like my video if you like it, and be happy. Guys, find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and X. MD Vegan everywhere. See you soon.